So here's the thing, our developers have created this amazing product, but we haven't sold anything yet. Our business team was not built for sales, but since we pivoted, we need a sales team right now. How we tried to solve that was to hire seasoned salespeople, but either they quit or there's no culture fit. So I was a bit down a day before the program and thought, it's just 2 days. How can it change the state of our business? Here's my review on Blair Singer's Sales and Leadership Mastery Program. What happens when you get 100 people in a room to sell anything under extreme pressure of 10 minutes? $1 million in sales. That's 332 million pesos in an hour. The program is unbelievable. You know it's good if it helps you realize things on your own, where he created this environment of growth and abundance where ideas started to come in naturally, and somehow all the blocks and fears were just gone. The energy is so high that we went in by 8 a.m., went home at midnight, went in again at 8 a.m. and went home at midnight, and we weren't tired or hungry after everything. So I think the reason for that was because Blair is actually within the same circle of Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki. So the level of activities are world class, and really they're life changing and well thought of. And it has been, I think it was refined over the course of years and years of experience. So what's in the program? The program is so much more about the sales cycle. It's more of selling you to you. And if you've always had these blockages, these fears, or things that you haven't done because you don't think you can, you know the quote, you are the average of the 5 people you spend your time with? Well, Blair talks about the importance of having the right environment. So the program has set up this context wherein you are designed to perform well. So, you change your friends, you change your life. And since you were able to perform in that environment, you can take this as an anchor point in the future, wherein if you ever find yourself facing that same fear, you'll have a reference point that, oh, but I remember during the program I was able to do this, why can't I do it now? So it's just a matter of setting the right context. He walked us through these out of this world exercises that simulated how you'd behave in the real world. So we had to go through a lot of fears, a lot of blockages, and he taught us how to manage that negative voice in our head whenever we encounter it. These exercises and activities all culminate and build on top of each other, from generating leads to handling objections to always keeping your energy very high. So here are the 3 biggest takeaways I got from the seminar. The first is, highest energy wins. So when there's a parent and they have children, and the children are very persistent on getting the things they want, so eventually the parent gives in. So similarly in sales, when, for example, in handling objections, so this is just one of the examples. So when handling objections, for example, if your client gives you an objection and he catches you off guard, you don't look like you handled that situation very well. So when handling objections, it's very important to have practiced, stay present, and manage your emotions really well so that you remain very logical. So the second biggest takeaway is the concept of perturbation. So you know how carbon, when it undergoes extreme pressure, it becomes a diamond? So similarly with humans, when we undergo extreme pressure, there's a fight or flight response. There's this simple atom, when it undergoes extreme pressure, it evolves into a more complex atom that can handle more pressure. So I think that's how great people are built. So it's just a matter of choosing to stay and to evolve. So the third biggest takeaway is thinking out of the box. So during the seminar, we were exposed to several activities wherein we had to think, what does it take for us to 10x the result? So similarly in business or in sales, we have to ask ourselves, is this the best way to do it? Is this the most efficient? What does it take for us to 10x our sales, our lead generation? So is this program for you? I think there are two kinds of people in this world: those who consider themselves in sales and those who are not. So I think it's for both. I think in anything that we do, we are always facing our fears. We are always dealing with these negative voices in our head. And I think the program works mostly on that. It works more on that than on sales. So it's just as Blair said, the toughest sale of all is selling you to yourself. And similarly, in anything that I do, over the past 5 years, I've been working a lot on building my self-esteem and building self-love. So I think it's more of that than the technical skills of knowing how to sell. And if you were able to get rid of these blockages, that's when you can perform your best. It's been a week, and so far a lot has changed in our business. There's a lot of creative insights that have came up, old leads that were contacted, new meetings, and we have a lot of new strategies. And I think it will take time to implement, but I think we are so much better than where we were before the program. So if you're interested in the program, I'll include details to the organizers below. Take note, this is not a paid advertisement. I'm just really grateful that Blair came here in Manila for the first time, and I hope he will come back soon. I'm curious, what don't you like about sales? Do comment below if you have feedback, and I hope you found this video very insightful. See you in my next video.